These are the developing stories this hour. We have our preparations underway right now for storm watch across the prairies. This cold is getting very, very old. And the next round for BC is on the way. Cheryl Plouffe and Krissy Vann with you. Across southern Manitoba, we've seen some active weather today. It's been causing some problems on the road.
It really has. I mean, along the Trans-Canada, we've had reports of a lot of accidents. Brandon, Manitoba has already picked up quite a few centimeters of snow. And let's face it, to the prairies, it's been relatively quiet through the winter season.
Yeah, we haven't had very much active weather, nor is there very much snow on the ground, which is why we are talking about watching this storm very intently, because this is going to be a deepening low pressure system. It's organizing itself and bringing a lot of snowfall. We could be looking at in excess into seeing this so far this season.
Sure, and another thing we're not necessarily happy to see this season, the cold temperatures in Ontario. For more, here's Michelle Mackey. This morning and through the afternoon, yeah, there's sunshine, but it's not doing much to warm us up.
And just to mention that Toronto, this is the 39th extreme cold weather alert, which is 3 more than last year, to put that into perspective. So we've been dealing with the cold in the east. However, that is going to be moderating a little bit by the end of the week, a little bit. Eastern Canada, on the other hand, we're seeing near seasonal temperatures by about the midweek, but there is another system that's on the way that could be bringing possibly even some more rain and some mixing in the east later on.
Yeah, some overcast skies to deal with, and we're going to be seeing some lingering showers through the day. It's as you head toward Chilliwack, where we are going to see the heavier rainfall amounts yet to come.
Yeah, I mean, no epic rains expected here, and then the system moving across the prairies. But the concern more so is for southern Saskatchewan, and eventually even some freezing rain could even be making its way into southern Manitoba with that, so that's definitely worth watching. And then high pressure for the rest of the week.
Well, there you go, and just in time for spring, more wintry weather on the way for pretty much almost every province. Krissy Vann joining you, and you can see the shot behind me here. This is looking at the Yellowhead Trail in Edmonton. Of course, you were dealing with snow over the weekend, picking up about 5 centimeters in Edmonton and Calgary today, but the area to watch is up in Jasper, Hinton. That's where you're under a snowfall warning, so really ramping up through the afternoon into the overnight, where you could pick up that 10 to 20 centimeters. A look at your radar here, and you can see heading up in through Lethbridge, looking at that snow east of Red Deer as well. And the big one to watch has been in Manitoba. RCMP in Manitoba have been tweeting out about the slippery road conditions. I know there were quite a few problems on the Trans-Canada with the snow that we've been seeing, but this isn't the big system to watch quite yet. That is what's to come. As we head to the pre-dawn hours on Tuesday, we're really going to be watching in southern Saskatchewan. We could see along this front here in through southeastern Saskatchewan that warm air overriding and causing a period of freezing rain. The rest all falling as snow, and then this starts to transition into Manitoba's story as we head through Tuesday into Wednesday. Looking through Wednesday, the totals, you can see the heaviest amounts in through that Saskatoon, Regina, heading into Manitoba as well, 10 to 20 plus centimeters. Hello, winter. You avoided it almost all winter long, and now it's spring, and you get to see the winter-like conditions. Of course, we love seeing your photos and videos. You can upload them to theweathernetwork.com. Wind chills felt like the -20s in some areas this morning, and I know Toronto had to actually issue yet another extreme cold alert. This is what it shapes out to be this afternoon. Mix of sun and cloud, -10 in Collingwood, -3 in Sarnia, -3 in Toronto. So that sunshine that you're seeing, not doing much to keep you warm. Through Quebec, you've been feeling the chill as well. -7 in Montreal, -5 in Halifax, -4 in St. John's, where you're looking at the lingering flurries. Atlantic Canada, but the wind gusts were so impressive. Winds are what really are causing the problems through the day today. We still have some very gusty conditions in some areas where we're getting into that pink through the afternoon. That's exceeding 60 kilometers an hour, but it does start to diminish as we make our way into tomorrow. So that is some good news. What we are watching through the day today, though, western shores of Newfoundland dealing with that potential sea effect snow. So adding to what you've already been seeing, that could be another 5 to 10 centimeters. Coming up, we'll have your local forecast breakdown. You should be sitting at 3. And what you can see looking at this temperature map, the cold air just sagging to the south, that cold Arctic air. I mean, it was -2 in the city of Toronto, and the city of Toronto actually had to issue an extreme cold weather alert. Yet again, first Monday of spring. How about that? Heading into Tuesday, we continue to see the colder conditions, but things really start to transition for the east as we make our way into Wednesday before dipping back down to the cold. The west is going to tap into some of that warm sector as we get to late week. In fact, Calgary, you could potentially be sitting at 17 degrees, but this is the system that we're watching right now. Moving through the prairies, we have the potential of some heavy snowfall. Saskatoon, Regina could be looking at 10 to 20 plus centimeters and periods of freezing rain as well involved. So we'll be heading into storm watch coverage.